bang down. Whatever you want, I will do. All right. I don't know, but I sing in my car, so I don't know if you sing in your car or not. But I'm on my way to Orlando, to Phantasm, to promote my movie, The Death Pledge. Oh yeah. Damn, I have something in here I can show y'all. Let me see if I can reach back here. All this wild stuff while I'm driving. I should have been set up from the beginning. But anyway, today I'm going to talk about what I'm calling it is the writer is God of his story. I don't really do writers panels where we talk about the writing art, the art of writing, and the technique of writing. I do talk about it here in my car, but it's still a lot of it is venting. So I do writer workshops, but they're really not on the overall writing process. They're usually on character development. They're on world building, things of that nature. So this time I'm going to do, I'm working on a workshop on just writing all together, and it's going to be called The Writer is God of the Story. And I'll tell you why as I go through this little video blog. But anyway, this is my first comic book, Horror Streets. It promotes my movie, The Death Pledge. You see the killer Baba on it. Get it. It's coming to digital downloads, by November. It takes so long for them to approve your comic books on Indie Planet and some of these other places. So right now, I'm waiting. But it is Halloween or it is October. So if you really want one, you can buy it from me and I'll mail it to you. But this current one is $15. It's 6x9. But the larger comic book size one is coming out in November. Hopefully, they say 4 to 6 weeks, so we got it done in September. So I'm hoping that means November. Anyway, Horror Streets has got 5 stories in it, 3 comic strips, all horror, somebody getting killed, beat up, hurt in every story. So you'll enjoy it. One of them is called Blackjack, the original story of the original Headless Horseman. A lot of y'all don't know that there was a black Headless Horseman. And that's where they got the story from. So I'll actually even put that on my Facebook. The next one is Vampire Vamp, story about a fraternity of vampires. And then I have one of the next movies I'm going to do, 40 Ounces of Death. And this is a short story on a beer that turns people into zombies. It's really crazy, but I thought of it 100 years ago. So it's about time that part of the story gets out there. Pretty much Blackjack and 40 Ounces are in my movie, The Death Pledge. They're referred to in the movie, kind of why I did this anthology. And then the last is Imani the Killer, which is the hybrid story of it bridges the gap between the movie Gold Digger Killer and the book Gold Digger Killer and the sequel to Gold Digger Killer. So I have a sequel script. I'm planning to either do it as a graphic novel or a movie or even a book or maybe all 3. So check that out. But this is Horror Streets. It also has in the back of it, I can't show you because I'm driving, a little bit of clips on from my movie. So anyway, I burned enough time, 4 minutes talking about this book or 3 minutes talking about this book. Now let me get to the blog. What I wanted to talk about today was the beginning of, or the philosophy around the writer is God of the story, and that is the exact truth. In fiction writing, you are making up the story. Everything that happens in the story is something you decided to make up. I thought of this concept because when I approached my first writer's block, I don't really get writer's block a lot, especially now, but when I first got writer's block, I was like, damn, how's this happen? How's this gonna happen? Where do I go? How do they get to where they're gonna go? What's next? And then I realized, calm the hell down, motherfucker. Whatever you want to happen, you can make it happen. Because it's your story. You are God of the story. If an alien in a spaceship needs to fly the hell down and scoop somebody up, guess what? You can make it happen. If lightning strikes through a small quarter-size hole in a house, you can make it happen. Now, yes, you can make anything happen. The challenge isn't what will happen. The challenge is getting people to believe it and telling it in a way that they can understand it. So now, after you understand that you are God of the story, and you can tell anything, you can make people believe, you can make anything happen, your next goal is the twofold, is to tell it in a way that people will believe it, that's communication, and then tell them in a way that they will understand it, right? That's communication. So you have to be a communicator. So you have to think of your technique, right? What is your technique going to be? How are you going to tell people? You're going to show them him doing it or the character doing it first and then fill in with a backstory. Yes, that's how he was able to take that miraculous shot. He went through such training. Wow. Or are you going to show them training, give them the assignment, and show them all of the skills they have to build to be able to make that shot, or before she's able to do what she does, all of what she has to do to get it, even whether it's training or not. Maybe, it's a genie bottle that he finds, and the genie bottle opens up and gives them all of that opportunity, to do that stuff. That's still your story, but you got to make them believe that the genie bottle isn't some BS bailout for your story. I was talking to a guy on a panel in the audience. No, I'm trying to remember, what the heck was it? Yes, it was on Sci-Fi Saturdays with Keith, and fans won't let you hit their brand hard, right? And I came at Lord of the Rings with an uppercut. Pow! I was critiquing it, and I said, where the hell were the Eagles in the last story? They could have flown my man in the ring from the beginning all the way to the end. Now, maybe they were a one out, like Iron Man's chest ray. They don't always have the strength to shoot that chest ray, so when he does shoot it, it's got to be vital and crucial, or not. But the fan hit back. The fan came back with an overcross to the side of my head. Wow! I went down on one knee as he started to describe and show me how in the beginning of Lord of the Rings, they mentioned that they can't really fly because the all-seeing eye of Mordor, or whatever his name is, would see them and take them down. Or if they did fly, they would be shot down by the orcs. All of that is possibly believable, you know what I'm saying? And I could accept it if it was said a little bit more prominently in the beginning of the movie. Now, I have not gone back to watch the beginning of the movie yet, but I am planning to make sure that that's in the movie, because otherwise, for me, the Eagles flying them to the volcano to drop the ring in it, where they could have actually flew all the way to the volcano and dropped them over. So even that last bit of drama wasn't necessary, in my opinion, right? I felt it was a bailout, even though I enjoyed it. I spent 3 Christmases every year watching the daggone Lord of the Rings with excitement. So I'm down with it. However, it was when he tag teamed another person in the audience at Sci-Fi Saturdays. I think it was Keith Wade's brother who tagged him in, and he came in with a polarizing blow to my body, a body blow, blah, 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 blah. And it finally brought me down and said that it was more focused in the books of Lord of the Rings as to why he could not fly the Eagles to the volcano to destroy the ring. And I accepted all of that because I understand that movies get real convoluted, especially the big brands, and some small details, and important details like this one sometimes get overlooked, and I'll accept that, you understand, because it doesn't hate on the writer. It just speaks to, because the writer is long dead, right? It just speaks to the multiple chefs in the kitchen who were trying to put together Lord of the Rings, the greedy executives, whatever the heck you want to call them, that felt that oh my God, look at that accident. Flipped over, cars is wrecked. They don't even have no headlights. But for that, God bless the people that passed away, let me say that. But for that was a beautiful explanation, and it was a beautiful bailout. Now, going back to that was really just an example. I really give you a long example, but let me bring it back, okay? When you are writing your story, your outline, your timeline, you're drawing your map, all of those are tools to help you not to cover all of your haters, right? You want to make sure that your lie is logical. So you're using a timeline to make sure that you don't skip, right, something that could have happened, and you're telling it in order. When you do it as an outline, that's different. The outline is your chapters, what's going to happen in each chapter. And sometimes you can confuse yourself, or at least with me, with that. So one of my stories, I did a linear timeline, basically because I wanted to plant seeds that they did this in the beginning as the reason why they were able to do this, right? I'm off screen. So we did this in the beginning so they could do this at the end. Did this at the beginning so they could do this at the end. And I was planting seeds. And my outline, I was able to put them in order based on my timeline. So that's important, right? And it all depends on the story that you're going to tell. I don't use an outline. I use an outline in every story, but I don't use a timeline in every story because sometimes there aren't any seeds planted. If there is a seed planted, it's no more than a joke, or it's a line, or, they tuck their knife in their pants. And I said that in the beginning, but I'm really not trying to sneak nothing on people. I really like to tell you straight up, this is all the tools in the toolbox before they go into the auto body class, so that's why I do that. But other than that, your story is your story. Now, in terms of how you getting people to believe it, let me show you a map. I'm sorry about that. And I don't have no visuals. So when it comes to a map, what makes a map important, again, you're just like your timeline. You're covering your haters. You're making sure your lie is believable. So your map is really your diagram, okay, they need to go here because they can't cross here because this river is here, so they got to go around there, and then around there is mountains. And you'll see, like in world building, especially fantasy, you'll see the map sometimes in the beginning or in the end of the book, because the liars need to, the haters need to have something to go by. And it's also helped your readers and your fans, the people that don't even want to hate on you, just want to go along for the ride. It helps their visualization, and it helps them enjoy it a lot more, because now they don't have to hold all of that in their mind. They can reflect back to the book, open the book up, while they're reading the book, they can turn to the front cover and see the see the map right there. Same thing with like Star Wars. I remember I needed to find out what the heck the outer rim was. Where was the outer rim? Where was this planet? And although space is three-dimensional, the two-dimensional planet map was really interesting. It was nice to look at. And I know that they kind of use that also, because you got to get to this planet is closer to that planet, but from another planet, the other planet is closer, or whatever the heck. If you go past the outer rim, you'll see these planets, and this is what's going on, and this planet is closer to the outer rim. There's so much stuff that you have to restate when you're writing something like that, that having a map for people to refer back to eases your information sharing, because you don't have to share so much information. When you have a map, you can just keep it, you can say it on the map, put the map up there, and people can refer back to it. So I don't know, that's kind of it. I'm over time. I'm going to do another one. I hope I helped you understand certain things, but I try not to go too long on these blogs. So that's it. I may make a blog on my way back from this event if I come back and it's still daylight, because I can't drive necessarily with my dome light or my studio light on. But anyway, that's it. Jeff's out. You, remember, you, the writer, are the God of your story. Peace.